So today's video is going to be about autoimmune. I had one of you ask if I could talk more about my journey, and I know a lot of people out there have autoimmune. Um, Nobody knows for sure what causes it, um, but some of it has to do with genes. One of my aunts has autoimmune. I believe my mom has autoimmune, but she's never been tested for it. I have been tested for it, and it came out in my blood work um, that both my levels were elevated. And so, which would make sense because I'll get more into that about how I found out. But in my opinion, not only can it be genes passed down from family, but I believe it's environment and also caused by stress. Um, I was abused growing up and had a stressful life. And I'm not going to get too much into that, but I just didn't have what you call a great childhood. And so I was stressed a lot. I had anxiety. I suffered from depression. And I think in due time over years, all that stress, my body just went into overdrive and reacted. And so here I am today now with autoimmune. And not only do I have the autoimmune, but I have fibromyalgia. I have 3 narrowing discs in my back. I also have bone spurs, 7 bone spurs in my neck, so I can't really turn my neck. Um, and I have to do stretches and exercises every day. And sometimes it helps and sometimes it doesn't. Um, Stress can be a silent killer. And a lot of us um, probably have autoimmune and don't even realize it. So if you think you do, just get blood work done. Ask your doctor, and it'll show in your blood work if your levels are elevated and stuff. There's no cure for autoimmune. So it's like once it's triggered, it's triggered. Once you have it, you have it. I also have arthritis in my hands. So you can see my hands are a little bit deformed. Not too bad deformed, but so yeah, I do have arthritis as well. It's not the bad arthritis like rheumatoid arthritis or anything like that, but I do have it. And so my joints, I'm stiff when I get up in the morning. Um, but let's just talk more about the diet for autoimmune and how I found out. So I was having a lot of stomach issues. I was having just fatigue real bad, um, which I thought was part of depression. Like I was just tired all the time. And at first I thought I had, what is that? Um, where you're lacking iron and everything, but all my levels came back normal and fine. Um, and so, yeah, so signs to look out for are like stomach issues. I was fatigued real bad. I was just hurting all the time. Um, and so, I mean, there's different autoimmune diseases too. So you really got to find out which one you have. Mine is not as bad as some other people who have like lupus and other ones. Like, because I think there's over like 80 something different autoimmune diseases. So what helped me was changing my diet. I couldn't process, like, I'm not allergic to anything. My body just couldn't process it. And it was causing me inflammation. So, like, sugars were causing me to have flare ups. My joints right in here would get red, puffy, and swollen, like up in the wrist area. My face turns red, like, I just feel yuck, like, ugh. I can feel my insides like shaky a little bit, and so your diet does have a lot to do with when you have autoimmune. So for me, what worked is less sugar. So I rarely do sugar now. No sodas, no lemonade, nothing like that. Like if I want something with lemon, I just do lemon water with cucumber and mint, or just lemon water. I do coffee, but once I'm out of coffee, I won't be buying it no more because coffee and like creamers and stuff probably aren't good for me either. I went fully plant based, so I couldn't digest like dairy, meat, eggs, sugar. Um, Peanut butter hurts my stomach. So you just gotta eat one or two things at a time, or start slow and just eat one thing at a time and see how you feel after an hour or two, and then eat something else. Like that's the only way you're going to find out what works for you. But I went from 250 pounds, now I'm down to 148. So yeah, it not only are you going to feel better, changing your diet with autoimmune. Exercise helps even though you're hurting and you're tired. I ended up getting a job, a physical job, just so I wouldn't wither away. You know what I mean? Like, just because you have something doesn't mean you can't fight and change your diet and, keep living a healthy, normal life. Like, you can. Like, I have fibromyalgia, okay? And I'm pretty sure some people have way more harsh fibromyalgia than I do. But when I have flare ups with my fibromyalgia, my skin burns, I hurt, nobody can hug me. Get it, done it, but I don't stay in bed all day whining about it. I'm a fighter, I guess, and I'm just different. And so, just because you have fibromyalgia doesn't mean you can't work, doesn't mean you can't get out of bed. And, you know, every person's different and everybody struggles differently, but it just shows, if you're a strong person or not. Like, I'm not saying if you have fibromyalgia and you're really in pain that you're not strong. I'm just saying you have to get up and fight. You can't just let, this disease take over, your autoimmune or anything like that. You need to take vitamins, you need to change your diet, and you need to help yourself. I am not on any type of medicine. I take my vitamins. Vitamin B12 and D are important because I'm on a plant based. And so, yeah, it's just you have to change for yourself. And if you're not a fighter or you don't want to change, then you're going to continue to suffer. So, I don't know if this video is going to help anybody or not, but if you think you do have autoimmune disease, check in with your doctor and get blood work, change your diet, find out what you have, and live a happy, normal life and fight. Because the minute you start laying in bed and getting depressed about, oh, I have autoimmune disease, you are gonna die a quicker, you're not gonna live very long. So I say the fighters last longer. So don't give up, keep going, change your diet, and if you have any more questions, make a comment on this video, and I'll try to help you as much as I can. But I'm not a doctor. I'm just telling you what I've been through and my struggles. And so if you think this, like I said, if you think you have it, get checked first, see what you have, and go from there. All right, guys, take care and stay blessed.